Hello folks, today is Friday, August 11th, 2023. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. Let's get you caught up real quick. There's a lot to jump into, so the first thing is just a tiny update on the next Grand Theft Auto 6 as we're all calling it. It's kind of a follow-up to what we've talked about in the past, just another confirmation of roughly when we might see this game. So during an earnings call, the Take-Two CEO, who you may have heard of, Strauss Zelnick, this honcho business guy, said, and I quote, "We remain confident that we are positioning our business for a significant inflection point in fiscal 2025, which we believe will include new record levels of operating performance." That is essentially Robot Man corporate speak for, hey guys, pretty soon during this special quarter, we're going to make a shit ton of money, so buckle up. Or at least that's what he's posturing. That's what he's saying or hoping. So it's worth noting that their fiscal year runs from April 2024 to March 2025. So people are once again using this as a time to pinpoint when we'll see the next Grand Theft Auto. We know Rockstar is making it. They have said that they are working on the next Grand Theft Auto. There were the leaks, and there were previous statements about big titles in Take-Two's portfolio, and yeah. We recently talked about like their actual numbers. They're expecting like $2 or so billion in increase for that period, and I think a $2 billion surprise would be Grand Theft Auto. So yeah, once again, all the apple carts are pointing towards this. Is that a apple carts? All the apple carts lead to Rome. I can't do these things. I don't know, maybe it's just crazy talk, just more gamer speculation, but that's where the analysts are leading. That's where gamers are leading. So let me know what you think in the comments. And of course, this story and everything else we talk about this week will be linked in the description down below. But speaking of Rockstar, okay, let's talk about Red Dead Redemption. So it was announced this week that Red Dead Redemption is being released on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Not PC, which hurts. PC once again left in the dark. But essentially what they're offering is it's Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare, and they're coming to the platforms August 17th, so pretty soon, with physical editions coming later this year. And they're calling it a quote-unquote conversion. It's not like a remaster or a remake of Red Dead Redemption or anything like that. What this essentially is releasing it on platforms so it's catching up with Xbox. So Xbox, you're able to play it through Xbox and now on Xbox Series X, and it looks a little better. I did that like a year or so ago. But you haven't been able to access the game on PlayStation, so now you're going to be able to on PlayStation 4 and backwards compatible up to PlayStation 5. So this isn't even a formal PS5 release, it's just PS4. And they're charging $50 for this. So people have an issue with that. I think it's a bit much, and I think it's a bit of a weird move, especially considering Rockstar should be looking to get some W's on the board in the hardcore gaming community, still burnt from the GTA collection and stuff like that. So I don't know, at the very least, like it was on Xbox and now it's on PlayStation, but again, $50, nothing really new or features added or anything like that, so it's kind of a big ask. The upside is, of course, that some people get to play it on Nintendo Switch who maybe never played it before, but again, just a little bit more feature stuff, a PC version, something. I think people are up in arms specifically because, number one, Rockstar has a lot of resources, but number two, Red Dead Redemption deserves the most. It's a great game. Like I said, I replayed it like last year or so, and it was fantastic. So it deserves all the love, all the proper care and treatment. And that was the same phrases I used for the GTA remaster collection trilogy thing. It didn't really have the proper love and care that these things deserve. We'll check it out when it does release. Like, hopefully it's not screwed up or anything. If it's just a straight port, fine, whatever. It's just expensive. Now, switching gears over to hardware rumors, it's been a busy couple of weeks. We talked about the Nintendo Switch 2 rumors. We talked about the PS5 updated, slim, the disk driveless, all these different things with PlayStation 5, those rumors. Now it's Xbox's turn. According to Special Nick, a person who's often the source of like Xbox rumors and stuff like that on the Xbox Era podcast, specifically said that there may possibly be in the works some sort of Xbox Series X digital version. So an Xbox Series X, you know, everybody's favorite black box, but without a disk drive. That seems like a pretty normal thing. I'd expect that at some point, like not the biggest surprise, but also he did go on to say that Xbox is also looking into some other hardware plan for 2025. Again, it is a rumor So take this all with a grain of salt. I feel like I haven't said that in a while. I've been toning down the salt, but yeah, take this stuff with a grain of salt. Of course, this is all rumors and speculation. It does seem to be that time where things are starting to crop up with PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. As much as like people couldn't get their hands on them for the first year, they have been out for a minute. So these companies are always going to keep churning and iterating and, you know, leveling up and trying to earn more money. So pretty soon, these rumors of console updates, they're going to start becoming reality because that's just the way these things go. Whether or not, though, we're probably not going to hear anything official anytime soon. I mean, is anyone really like jonesing to buy a new PlayStation 5 already after just buying one? I don't know. Hey, that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hey, next up, this episode is sponsored by NordVPN, which is good because you probably see in the news all the time big headlines about massive breaches. And if it can happen to big companies and corporations, it can happen to you. So this is why you would want to protect your phone or a computer with a VPN. NordVPN is straight up the #1 thing we install on our machines here on my stuff at home for online security. From phishing scams, password attacks, DDoS attacks, malware, and new tricks that internet bad guys are coming up with all the time, it pays to be safe when you're online, and chances are you're like me, you're online like all day. With NordVPN, all of your data stays safe behind a wall of next-generation encryption, and we love that NordVPN actually protects your data. They're not collecting it, they're not selling it, they have a strict no-logs policy. And if you're the type to you tend to click on bad links or download something you shouldn't, thankfully, NordVPN has threat protection that you can switch on whether you're connected or not to have it keep watch over bad downloads, links, and trackers. The product itself is super easy to download and set up and get going on all of your devices, so check it out. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. And you can get the best deal by clicking our link in the description down below or heading to nordvpn.com/gameranx. Click it down below. Once again, that's nordvpn.com/gameranx. And big thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring our videos. Now, jumping over to something different on the Sony side, some eagle-eyed people caught something about PlayStation first-party titles possibly being delayed. Sony released their latest financial results for the first quarter of the current fiscal year, and they had like a boring slideshow presentation and stuff, and one of the slides, some analysts and smarter people than I picked this out. It doesn't use the word delays, but it specifically mentions changes to first-party titles that are pushed back internally. This is WCCF Tech's interpretation of this. So a lot of people are looking at this as some games, first-party titles internally at Sony, have been delayed. Chances are we don't know of them really, which the way I look at it, ignorance is bliss at this point. If there's some secret hidden game that they're working on that was supposed to come sooner and now it's coming later, whatever. I'm good, man. I'm playing other things. Still, it's some interesting kind of deep dive baseball analyst stuff. If you want to look into it, check it out. But now, next up, let's talk about some stuff linked, some trailers, some videos, some updates, and new releases. The first is an official announcement of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. We got like a Makarov teaser and like another revealed trailer, and they're kind of like rolling things out. It is coming November 10th, but we do know that we're getting more information in a couple of days, seemingly, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Am I crazy? Am I going crazy? Did they not say in like late 2022 that they weren't going to release a mainline Call of Duty game in 2023 and they were going to focus on Warzone? They focused on Warzone, but then here's Modern Warfare 3. Am I losing my mind? Why did they say that? Did we kind of infer something? Did we interpret what they said differently? Regardless, this is happening. Also, just a cool side note, I know some of you guys don't play Call of Duty. I'm not really on it either, but we've been talking about like Warzone and the cheater stuff in the news, and the newest update actually will notify people playing Warzone in real time of cheaters. Like specifically, you will be notified when a cheater is kicked from your game, specifically labeling them a cheater. Very cool. Also, in case you missed it, it was supposed to drop WrestleQuest, this cool kind of classic wrestling style RPG that a lot of people are loving review-wise, is actually pushed last minute to August 22nd. This is about feature parity, seemingly with the different platform versions and a save bug, so that's fine by me. But if you were ready to run and buy it and play it, now you know you gotta wait a little bit. Now some releases this week. The first is Atlas Fallen. I did a before you buy on the game. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I like these like middle A, like double A developer games. I always root for them, especially the developer of this one. They made The Surge. I love The Surge. This game falls a little short, but there's still some cool combat moments, and you might have fun with the co-op if you can get it at a lower price or maybe wait. I don't know. The whole video is linked in the description down below if you want to check that out. Also, Stray is out on Xbox, you know, the cat game. So if you saw PC, PlayStation people playing that, now you can play it on Xbox. And on the flip side, Overwatch 2 is on Steam now, which that's pretty cool. Can't say much about Overwatch 2 right now, but seeing a game like that on Steam, good. Oh, and the Quake 2 remaster dropped. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. It's out on Steam. It's also on Game Pass, and it is seemingly like the first Quake remaster, where it's a little nicer looking. It's got all the features packed in, multiplayer support, and some cool new additions this time around. And I definitely want to try and find time to blast through this, because this is like my bread and butter, these types of things. I miss this style of game. Also, you know, new Telltale Games is making The Expanse. Episode 2 is now out if you're playing through that. But seemingly the biggest thing still in the headlines right now is Baldurs Gate 3. Believe it or not, it's kind of smashing records. It's like the top played game on Steam. Specifically, its concurrent players made it almost the most played game on Steam this year, just under Hogwarts Legacy, which is pretty damn big considering Baldur's Gate 3 is like a very specific, I would say almost niche nerd type game. It's a hardcore kind of CRPG. It's a top-down turn-based thing. And apparently the game is performing beyond expectations, with head of Larian Swen Winky said this was not in the books at all. This was way, way beyond what we expected. There's also no precedent for it, for our type of game to have that many people playing concurrently. Everybody here is very happy. This is via an interview with PC Gamer, which we will link below, where he also went into the fact that they don't really technically have DLC or expansion plans right now, specifically with how the rule set of D&D works and stuff like that. As of right now, they're just focused on this release, and that's it. So take your time, enjoy the ride, don't blast through it and hope for DLC next week, because it seems like that's not in the cards. And you know what? That's refreshing, because sometimes you can just release a game, and it's a game, and you play it. Then that's it. Sorry, do I sound like a cranky old person? Also, interestingly enough, we are coming up on the release of Starfield in September. So with that, it seems like now we know the preload size, a whopping 125 gigs. That is subject to change, of course, but as of right now, that's what's been revealed. So hope it's good. But really, if you're playing, better hope your internet connection's good if you're not playing the physical version, if you're downloading it, because that is pretty freaking massive, dude. But that's everything going on this week. That's everything to get you guys caught up. There are a lot of games out right now, so really everybody's just playing stuff. Not a ton of news, but still, there's some good stuff worth talking about, especially all those hot rumors with like a new Xbox, when GTA 6 is coming. Let's talk about that stuff. I definitely want to hear from you. Also, with all the releases this week, like Atlas Fallen, Baldur's Gate last week, Stray on Xbox, maybe even Overwatch on Steam. I don't know. There's a bunch of other stuff we didn't have time to talk about. So what are you playing? We always have a pinned comment, so let us know there what you're playing, but just let us know what you think about the stories, anything at all. And if you want to yell at me directly, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, at Jake Baldino, or my YouTube channel, at Jake Baldino, where I just made a dumb video about a pizza controller. Don't click on that unless you like stupid, dumb videos and seeing me be silly. But regardless, but thank you guys for coming around here, getting caught up on the news. We're here every Friday. Always for you. We're not going anywhere. So thank you. And if you appreciate it, clicking the like button is the best way you can help us. Thank you. That's it, though. What I ask is for you to have a good weekend. Be safe. I'm Jake Baldino. Pizza's all me.